What's up, everybody? This is Chris Surratt bringing you another edition of the Car Concierge Show, the show that helps with the buying, selling, maintaining, and repairing of your vehicle. On today's show, we're going to concentrate on the criminality of the automobile industry. We're going to talk about, car thefts, and it's all duly based to all of the attacks on Tesla, all of the fire bombings, and people just destroying Tesla based off of their feelings for Elon Musk. But what we're really talking about is just a lot of crime that's been happening with vehicles. So we talk about, let's say, the Kia boys. So you remember the Kia boys? The Kia boys, a couple years back, they found out that it was fairly easy to steal Hyundais and Kias. I knew about this because I spent a long time as a service manager at a Hyundai dealership, so I was very aware of all of the problems that they had when it came to the anti-theft systems in Kias and Hyundais. But of course, I still always thought they were really good products, good priced, definitely good warranties with them, so I always promoted them. But there was always that little thing in the back of my head that telling me that I knew that Hyundais could easily be stolen. But maybe there's some movement in a good way when it comes to that situation. Let's check out a couple stories. First, we're going to talk about, check out a story about, the Hyundai and Kia have been, of course, working on this for quite some time. The Kia boys has been a situation for many, many, many years. So Hyundai and Kia has been working to improve their anti-theft measures. So we're going to check out a story about them reporting on that, and then we're going to check out another story that's not that long ago talking about the thefts of Hyundais and Kias that are still rolling. Let's check it out. So first up, we're going to check out a story where they talk about how Hyundai and Kia has improved their anti-theft measures, and then we're going to keep going.
Vehicle thefts in the U.S. has seen their steepest annual decline in 40 years thanks to enhanced security measures from automakers, especially Hyundai and Kia. The two brands previously topped theft lists in 2021 and 2023 due to missing immobilizers, fueling viral social media trends like the Kia boys. According to the National Insurance Crime Bureau, new anti-theft updates have led to a 37.5% drop in thefts of Kia and Hyundai models. Experts say easing supply chain issues have also made stealing cars for parts less profitable.
So that's the latest report on them, doing updates to their anti-theft measures, making sure their vehicles have good immobilizers. So the ways that Kia boys was stealing Hyundais and Kias, I'm not going to tell y'all how they were doing it, but the next story probably will. But that is the way that they decided they were going to attack the anti-theft problems they were having and all of the thefts they're having when it came to Hyundais and Kias. So we're going to check out another story that just happened a couple of days ago, and they're just talking about an uptick in the thefts of Hyundais and Kias. Let's check it out.
A surge in stolen cars and car break-ins here in my neighborhood. I'm your Delta Township neighborhood reporter, Willem Mank, and I talked to the Eaton County Sheriff's Office, who is advising neighbors to keep out a watchful eye and take precautions. I talked to one neighbor who experienced it firsthand.
I had this feeling like, how did that happen? Why my car?
Delta Township neighbor Jim Patino is left with his spare keys as his car is in the repair shop after thieves attempted to steal his Kia.
They smashed out the back passenger side window.
Patino says thieves then attempted to start the car but were unsuccessful, and he thinks it's because of new anti-theft parts put into his car after a recall.
I think it probably stopped the person attempting to take the car.
Patino's car was one of 6 car break-ins in Delta Township last week.
This last month we've really been hit. It kind of comes in waves, and right now we're at the top end of a wave.
The Eaton County Sheriff's Office says countywide over the last month, they have responded to 32 calls related to car theft incidents, with 19 of those being attempted thefts and 7 being stolen cars. So far, 6 have been recovered. Block says thieves are targeting Kia and Hyundai vehicles.
You know, they had that issue with them a while ago. The recall has fixed most of those problems, but right now that is kind of the trend again, as we're seeing a lot of Kias being taken.
The search for suspects has led to an arrest. Block says a 15-year-old boy is now in the Eaton County Youth Facility after a neighbor called about a Kia being broken into on Monday night.
And she thought they were attempting to steal it. Our increased enforcement, we had deputies in the area very quickly. We got on scene. We did have a suspect take off running from us. However, we were able to apprehend him very quickly.
Block says this arrest is unrelated to the police chase involving a stolen car that happened last week in Delta Township. Police are still on the search for that suspect. The sheriff's office says they have increased patrols in areas where car thefts have been present. Meanwhile, Patino is still scratching his head on why thieves attempted to steal his car.
Parking lot was totally packed. I mean, the place was busy. And for them to still go ahead and knock out a window to attempt to take your car is definitely challenging to understand.
In Delta Township, I'm Willamink, Fox 47 News.
So we have to understand, and I feel sorry for that guy, but of course he's going to get his car back. It's over at the probably collision center getting repaired and glass replaced. So he's going to get his car back, and we know that he went through the process of getting a recall done that stopped him pretty much from stealing his car. And that's what it is. You saw in those numbers it said like 19 attempted thefts and 7 stolen cars. And what it is that there's a lot of people who have not gotten a recall done. A lot of people are super hesitant to go to the dealership for one reason or another. There's a lot of people just don't go to dealerships. And if they received a letter stating that their recall was available and that they should set up an appointment to get the recall done, they just didn't do it. And just luckily for this gentleman that he decided to get that recall done, that implemented the new anti-theft measures in his vehicle, that stopped him from pretty much stealing it. But that is the reason that he was targeted, was because, thieves don't know that. Thieves generally don't know about the new anti-theft measures. They don't know about the recall that takes care of this problem. So they're still going after Hyundais and Kias. And it's going to continue like that for a little bit of time until thieves are getting more in the know that, some of these cars have the anti-theft measures and they're not going to be able to steal them. And in some cases, they're going to run up on that Hyundai and Kia that the customer hasn't got the recall done, and they're going to get them a stolen car. I still believe that Hyundais and Kias are fantastic cars, even more so now that they have the new anti-theft measures up and people are not, dealing with stolen cars as much. But it's going to take time. It's going to definitely take time for the thieves to stop attempting to steal these cars, because for many, many a moon, those were the available cars to be stolen. They were being used in crimes that they need a stolen car for, and people were just joyriding in them because it was literally easy to steal them. So that's going to lead us into our next story, where we talk about, or we check out a story about how there's new car theft tools out there that are being used that can be gotten online easily, that is going to definitely put a hurting on the car industry, whereas a lot more cars are going to be stolen and people are going to be dealing with stolen cars a lot more in this day and age. So let's check out that story real quick. It kind of blends in with the Kia story a little bit, so we're going to check it out.
Thieves are stealing cars in the city, and the tools, they are easily bought online, and it's taking very little work.
MPD went before the County Council Public Safety Committee to talk about those trends. Fox 6's Ashley Sears is here and they also explain why it's so difficult to solve these cases.
Yeah, that's right, Sam. There is only a 6% clearance rate for car thefts in Milwaukee. MPD says the number of thefts is down significantly in the last 4 years, but there is more work to do.
I was very frustrated, very angry, upset.
Colleen Koch always thought her street was safe, but days ago, just outside of her South Side home,
The person got out of the car.
she learned crime could happen anywhere.
He went inside the car, it looked like, and then put something down.
Surveillance shows the moments a car backs up to her 2013 Kia Rio. 2 people hop out,
Here we go.
and in less than a minute, they disappear.
And then they drove off.
Milwaukee police say car thefts in the city are down significantly. More than 6,000 happened in 2024, down about 38% since the height in 2021. But what hasn't changed is the number of cases being solved, with a 6% clearance rate.
We are making a dent in auto thefts, clearly. We would like that number to be higher.
MPD went before the Public Safety Committee Friday, saying violent crimes are taking precedence and warning the public about the latest theft trends where key fob reprogramming tools are used to steal cars.
In a matter of minutes, they can do that.
In Cox's case, thieves used a USB. It was in her stolen car when she found it totaled in a tow lot.
The inside was wrecked really bad.
She's now looking for a new car and hoping the thieves get caught.
All right, so yeah, I mean, and you know, we've already knew for quite some time. I think we did a story about that not too long ago about the new technology that's been used to, you know, clone your key fob and use it to start your vehicle. And it's one of those things where technology has advanced to the point where, even a lot of small entities, I will say, can build these little contraptions that can be used to steal your car. So you just have to be mindful. You have to make sure that your vehicle has the immobilizer systems that would defeat these things. And, which it's just one of those things with, the advancement of technology, you're just going to have to deal with the advancement of the tools to defeat technology. This is we're talking about push start vehicles. We're not talking about a key, which was pretty standard technology and pretty understandable. With a key and, a key with the key teeth and everything like that it can be put in a situation where it's very unique to the vehicle. Whereas these key fobs, the technology is so new and so fresh that it still has the ability to be duplicated like a key if you take a key and duplicate it to start a car. It's just an advancement of a thief. Thieves are advancing faster than technology is advancing. The minute something new comes up to defeat something, the thieves are going to be out there doing their best to find a way to get over that hump. So we're just going to have to continue to deal with the fact that the thieves are out there. Thieves are always going to continue to create ways for them to continue to be thieves and to defeat the things that we create to stop them from being able to do what they want to do. All right, last but not least, we're going to jump back into the whole Tesla situation. With all of the attacks on Tesla from around the world. I was just reading a story about an attack on Tesla over in Canada, over in Hamilton, Canada, which is kind of weird, I thought. Let me read this story as well as we're going to do another story. So this is Automotive News Canada. You know how I love my automotive news. Dozens of Tesla vehicles damaged outside Hamilton dealership, police say. This is in Canada. Police say, and this is by the Canadian Press from March 20th. Police say as many as 80 Tesla vehicles parked outside a Hamilton dealership were found with deep scratches, punctured tires, and other damage. Hamilton police say they were called Wednesday to the Tesla dealership on Upper Wentworth Street for a report of damage to some of the vehicles in the store's inventory. They say officers discovered upwards of 80 damaged vehicles parked outside. Police say they are reviewing surveillance footage and are asking anyone with information to contact them. Police in London, Ontario have also said they are investigating a suspicious fire that seriously damaged a Tesla vehicle Monday night. In that case, a 2025 four-door black Tesla S sustained significant damage, but there was no reported injuries. The incidents come as authorities in the U.S. have reported a spat of arson attacks and vandalism against Tesla vehicles in recent months. Tesla's showroom, vehicleized charging stations, and cars have been targeted since U.S. President Donald Trump appointed Tesla owner Elon Musk to oversee a new Department of Government efficiency to cut government spending. See, that's what I'm saying. Please tell me, when did it become okay to attack people if they don't agree with you or they do something that they think is right and you don't think what they're doing is right. That I don't see how anyone can sit here and tell me that these people attacking Tesla dealerships and attacking people's personal Teslas, not even knowing who owns these vehicles. These people that own the vehicles could be on your side, could be believing in what you believe, but you're destroying their vehicles. It's just weird to me. We live in this world where the zealotry is not frowned upon enough. We live in this world where, you know, if somebody is doing something bad and you agree with why they're doing it, it's okay. That's just not the world that we want to live, that I want to live in. I don't know about you. Maybe you believe that, maybe you hate Elon Musk enough that it's okay that you destroy your neighbor's Tesla, which doesn't affect him in the slightest bit. Y'all really think that destroying these Teslas or dropping the price on these Tesla cars is helping these people who own their Teslas? All it's doing is dropping the stock so I can purchase more. That's all it's doing. That's all it's doing. All it's doing is creating a scare tactic, which in the long run, I hate to tell y'all this, is going to help Elon Musk. Because it's going to barter people to Elon's side, because all these people are attacking him for just doing what he was pinned to do by the President of the United States. So let's check out what happened to the 3 people that were caught burning Teslas, and what the DOJ, the Department of Justice, from the government, is going to do to these people who are destroying Teslas. Let's check it out. It's a good picture.
Tonight, Attorney General Pam Bondi announcing federal charges against 3 people nationwide accused of using Molotov cocktails to set fire to Tesla cars and charging stations.
We have charged multiple people. Get ready, more coming.
Investigators saying these images show one of the suspects in Salem, Oregon, carrying an AR-15 style rifle while throwing an ignited device into a showroom. The Tesla Center saying it led to about $500,000 in damages. 2 others in Colorado and South Carolina also charged. Bondi writing, "Let this be a warning. If you join this wave of domestic terrorism against Tesla properties, the Department of Justice will put you behind bars." The attacks part of a growing movement to target Tesla as a form of protest against the company's CEO, Elon Musk, and his wide-reaching role in the Trump administration. This week, Teslas at a service center in Las Vegas also vandalized, and a website surfaced targeting individual Tesla owners, showing some names, personal contact information, and addresses for Tesla.
See, and that right there burns my gears, man. You know, giving out people's names, personal contact information, their addresses for people who are driving Teslas. No, not knowing whose side they're on, not knowing if they agree or disagree with what you're fighting for. You're just destroying people's property on the jump because you don't like Elon Musk and the DOJ situation. It's just ridiculous, and it's hurtful, and it could be very damning to these people. If these people attack these people's cars, these people could be hurt. It's ridiculous.
The drivers putting some owners on edge.
If I had known Elon was going to turn into what he kind of turned into, I don't know that I would have bought this car necessarily. But even so, people have good reasons to buy electric cars, and attacking people just because they own a Tesla doesn't seem like a good way to protest.
It's unclear who's behind the website, which appears to be taken down. Musk calling those behind the attacks bad people.
They want to hurt Tesla because we're stopping this terrible waste and corruption.
This all comes amid a difficult time for Tesla. Just today, the company recalling nearly all of its Cybertrucks over an exterior panel that can detach and increase the risk of a crash. Tesla's stock now down 50% since its high in December.
Yep.
Meanwhile, as the White House rallies behind the company, Trump Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick urging Americans to buy its stock, which some experts say is a potential violation of government ethics.
Buy Tesla. It's unbelievable that this guy's stock is this cheap. It'll never be this cheap again.
And Liz, what more do we know about these DOJ charges announced today?
Yeah, well, the 3 suspects arrested face serious federal charges ranging from unlawful possession of a firearm to arson. And if convicted, they each face up to 20 years in prison, Lester.
Okay, Liz, thanks very much.
20 years. 20 years for zealousy. 20 years
versus trying to tell you.
20 years to prove a point. Because that's, I mean, literally that's what you're trying to do, right? If you're trying to burn up Teslas and trying to destroy it because of Elon Musk and not believing in what he's saying, you're really going to risk 20 years of your life to prove a point. Risk other people's lives, other people's, lifestyles, other people's property to prove a point. I don't honestly think it's that serious, guys. It's not. I mean, if you don't believe in what Elon Musk is doing or saying, there's ways that you could protest that without destroying other people's property, without attacking other people, without putting other people's information out there, docking them or whatever they call it. There's ways to do it without all of this destruction. And I would suggest that you go that route unless you're okay with losing 20 years of your life, 20 years away from your family, your friends, your children, all to prove a point. You continue to do it. There's continuous attacks on Tesla. It hasn't stopped. People continue to do it, and they continue to look stupid as they do it because you're getting caught. Teslas have upwards of 9 cameras on them. There's a camera everywhere. That's why crime ain't crime no more. Because there's a camera everywhere. And you're going to get caught. And the DOJ is going to prosecute you. And you're going to go away for a long time for doing some dumb shit to prove a point. Alright guys, I'm going to get up out of here. It was a pleasure as always. Please hit the like button, share, subscribe. Hit me in the DMs if you have any questions, want me to talk about any subjects. And I'm out. Peace.